We're doing Amir's second and final mock driving test 24 hours before his real test. Have you any questions, Amir, before we start?
No.
Any questions? Right. How do you check your power steering's working before starting the journey?
It shouldn't be flexible and soft.
It should be light and responsive, when you start the car. Right, follow the road ahead at all times unless you're directed by signs and markings. I'll ask you to turn, okay?
Okay.
You turn right out here and go and reverse into that bay.
Okay.
So that's the second one from the end. And if you just turn right out of here. Well done, Amir. That's a pass with no faults recorded. Good effective observation. Speed's excellent and the accuracy's just about inch perfect. Nice and parallel also. Amir has bagged a cancellation tomorrow. He's doing his last mock driving test. If you watch the video, let me know what you think of his driving. Let me know whether he's going to pass or fail. I'm going to predict first time in 5 minors. The reason I'm predicting 5 minors is he hasn't had that many lessons with me. He's a good driver, but I know foreign drivers tend to get a little bit more nervous on the driving test because it's a lot different than Iran, where Amir took his driving test. I think he said it only lasted 10 minutes in Iran. Well, he's in for his shock tomorrow. But yeah, let me know what you think. I'm going for 5 minors and pass first time. Just turn left. Just sitting there like lemons. And we're following the sat nav, okay?
Turn right, St. John's Road.
Can you pull up on the right-hand side of the road? First serious fall for Amir. Amir, I cannot work this one out. You know when the examiner asks you to pull up on the right-hand side of the road, that you know that you're going to reverse back 2 car lengths. You've got double yellow lines and you've got junctions left and right. I cannot work this one out. I can't explain why you've done this. Maybe I just don't having a moment. But if you do this tomorrow, Amir, what he's going to do is he'll turn you up into take the next road to the right and just redirect you back to the test center. So you're back to the test center within 2 minutes. Can you reverse it back 2 car lengths, keep them close to the curbs. Drive on when you're ready. Just put it in first and drive on when you're ready. holds a good position through the bend to the left. For some reason, learners like to drift to the centre of the road. Do not do that on a bend to the left because there could be oncoming vehicles in the middle of the road. And Amir uses good mirror work to pass the parked vehicles.
At the end of the road, turn right, A690. Turn right.
Minor fault number one for Amir. His signal comes back off and he doesn't reapply it. We were there a while and there was traffic behind and a bit of traffic on the major road. Learners, when you go for tests, don't forget to use your ears. And remember, learners, when you're waiting there a long time at junctions, just relax and wait for that gap. I've seen learners miss a gap, which they've getting a minor for undue hesitation, and then they've gone and, because they start panicking, they've gone and pulled out in front of a car that was even close and recorded a serious fault. So just be cool and wait for the space. Can you pull up really close to the next park car? You, that'll do. And then drive on when you're ready. I like this technique from Amir. He puts it in first. He looks in the mirrors and sees his cars come in. And then when he sees the gap, he gets that blind spot and then gets the signal on to move off. That's excellent technique. Driving examiners would be impressed with this.
After 300 yards, turn left, Black Road.
Remember, learners, when you're following a bus, you're sitting well back from it, puts the indicator on, let the bus go, you're expected to give way to it. If you check your mirrors and start to overtake the bus and the bus suddenly puts the indicator on, which they do quite often, you need to keep going.
Turn left.
Minor fault number two for Amir. He goes round the corner with the clutch down. You're expected to bring the clutch up on approach to the junction, so it helps control the speed of the car and the car's being driven by the engine.
After 100 yards, turn right, Brandon Lane, then turn left. Turn right, then turn left.
Remember, learners, you're emerging right here. If there's a car in the opposite junction at the crossroads here and they would turn left or going straight ahead, you be expected to give way to them.
After 100 yards, turn left, Front Street. Turn left.
Minor fault number 3 for Amir. He gets a bit too close to this bend. He's on the white line. He's over the white lines a bit. Amir, this is a blind bend. You cannot see around that bend. So you're in the right gear. You're in second, but to be honest, you should have been in third on approach and dropped it back down to second gear. But when you go around bends, sharp bends to the right, you need to keep the car well to the left. I've had pupils fail on sharp bends because they're over the white lines. Had there been a wagon coming, they're going to be in the middle of the road. This could have been a different story. Like in the middle and right door mirror, Amir for passing these parked vehicles. Excellent, well done. And Amir finds himself on the wrong side of the road, so he drops it down a gear into second, which is the appropriate gear, and it looks like he's ready to pull in if he sees a car coming. Good work, Amir.
Rise.
Minor fault number 4 for Amir. He puts a signal on too early. Learners, when you check your mirrors, you don't mirrors and signal at the same time. You look in the middle right door mirror, see if it's safe to put the signal on. Then you look for the time lever. You don't do them together. So mirrors, see if it's safe, then look for the timing of the signal.
Turn right.
I don't mark anything Amir here, but just because you see a national speed limit sign doesn't mean you put your foot down. If it was nice straight road, then yeah, check your mirrors and put your foot on, but you don't have to put your foot on when the sharp bends up ahead. Serious fault number 2, Amir. Amir, this is judgment with meeting situations. If you look well ahead, you can see that car with the headlights on coming down the road. Now, if you've missed that, okay, we can easily miss that. What you need to do is check your mirrors and position the car as close to the centre road as it's safe to do so. Then you would have seen the car and then you would have stopped. Unfortunately for you, Amir, you caused the oncoming car to slow down.
At the end of the road, turn right, Woodland Road.
Amir shows excellent driving skills on a steep uphill junction, gets up the junction, rolling first, stops on the rise and brake, checks the road's clear, and then he rounds that off with gas clutch. Absolutely beautiful driving skills.
Pull up in a convenient place on the left.
Amir's got this pulling up on the left-hand side of the road down to a fine art. Learners flap like chickens when they're asked to pull up on the left, but Amir's got it all covered. Good driving skills, Amir. Tell your driving instructor you want loads of pulling up in safe, convenient, legal places. Good early mirror work when changing lanes, Amir. Speed on approach is excellent. Gear at the right time. Rolling first is excellent also. Slight hesitation, but I don't mark it. And I like the time of the mirrors when signal when leaving the roundabout. Again, nice mirror work on approach, middle mirror, loving that. Speed on approach is excellent. Gears all in good time, mates. Really impressive driving skills. Good position throughout the roundabout. Timed of mirrors and signal leaving. It's all excellent. Fantastic driving skills from Amir. I like how he uses the left lane to turn right at this roundabout because the sign says you can, and he delays the signal until he gets up to the roundabout, because if you put the signal on too early it could confuse and people might think you want to go into the right lane. So everything's good here, Amir, well done. All good work at this roundabout, Amir. I like the technique where you put your parking brake on, put in you to rest your feet, the car cuts out. But what you need to do is you need to try and preempt when the light is going to change again. You don't want to be sitting at the traffic lights with the handbrake on the gear lever in neutral when it's on green. So try and preempt when they're going to change and stick it into first gear. Minor fault number 5 for Amir. What happens is Amir puts a signal on to move to the right here because you can see the right lane, you can see the road markings. But Amir, you didn't really need this. If you just look in your door mirror, see if no motorbikes or anything there, I would have just drifted over to the middle lane because you're not exactly changing lanes. However, what happens is you leave the signal on throughout the roundabout, and It could be a serious fault if you stop other drivers from getting onto the roundabout because they think you're turning right, but it's only a minor fault. More impressive driving skills from Amir. I like how he drifted into the hatch markings, helped the traffic on the left get past. I have had pupils fail here before where they've not positioned close into the hatch markings and they block the traffic on the left. Amir does it perfect, stops a metre back when he can't go and then takes the first available gap. So it's all good work from Amir. Minor fault number 6 for Amir. His bad habits are creeping back in. He goes round the corner with the clutch down again. He should be bringing that up on approach, Amir, to help control the speed of the car.
Take the next road to the left, just on the brow of that hill. Right, we're not going to go back to test that cancel signal. How do you think you've done them?
Is it finished?
Yeah.
Actually, I had a major mistake when I didn't give way to the upcoming traffic. Alright? But I didn't see that.
You didn't see it?
Yeah.
Right, well, why do you think you didn't see it for?
I should have stopped. I should have stopped.
Well, there was a parked car on your right. It was
Yes.
with the van, wasn't it?
Yeah, exactly that.
Yeah, the van coming down. The van had to slow it down now. When you were driving up the road, parked car here, you should have been checking your mirrors and coming over here. And you would have gotten a better view. But you were like that.
Yes.
So you couldn't see round the van until you went round it without actually looking. So back here, you should have just looked in the mirrors, got to the centre line like that. One of the serious fault, what's it for?
Another one?
Yeah. Silly one, this. So, what are those?
I shouldn't see them.
What's them called?
Uh,
Double yellow lines?
I shouldn't touch them?
No, you can't. So I asked you to pull up on the right. You had all this room up here, and you go and pull up here. And I just told you to drive off. There was a junction further down there also. There was no, you can't park there. So you don't pull up on double yellow line. That's a silly one, isn't it? Right, have you any questions before I turn the camera off? So, 2 serious faults. One for pulling up on double yellow lines, which you know you're not allowed to pull on, in the meeting situation. What did you see? You couldn't see? You couldn't see if there was a car? Well, you should
No, I didn't see.
Just get more to the
Yes.
centre of the road. You
Yeah.
can see the better view. Yeah. Right, go on then. Off we go when you're ready. Oh.